may we now call on our first resource person to provide their position and comments on the numerous measures. Who's the representative of the Department of Finance? Director Espinosa,
Good morning, Mr. Chair, and to the esteemed members of this committee.
you have the floor.
The DOF thanks the committee for this opportunity to provide inputs. Mr. Chair, the department was requested to submit a cost-benefit analysis on the measures, and we did, in fact, conduct one in August, but we are in the process of updating it. The August CBA, Mr. Chair, we submitted to the Senate for a similar bill. However, for the House bills, we would like to submit an updated one. If the committee, the chair would permit, I can read the findings from our August 2025 CBA and share our preliminary analysis with the committee. Mr. Chair.
Uh, we would prefer if you will just submit a copy of the
The CBA.
August CBA. Am I right?
Yes,
To
Mr.
the
Chair.
committee. But if we'd like to discuss a portion of it, yung importante lang sana, para we can hear the other agencies.
Okay po.
Okay.
Based on our preliminary analysis and estimates, Mr. Chair, we found that the DOF recognizes the potential economic benefits arising from online gaming or electronic games, provided that this was our submitted position, Mr. Chair, provided that the associated economic and social costs are mitigated through very stringent regulations. In the CBA that we performed, Mr. Chair, we accounted we accounted for direct and indirect economic benefits. The direct benefits being the gross gaming revenue or GGR from electronic games, of which there is the franchise tax, the PAGCOR share, of which there is the national government share. We also included among the direct benefits the share accruing to the Philippine Sports Commission, BIR revenues in the form of withholding taxes and DST, estimated PAGCOR dividends remitted to the government, estimated share of the Board of Claims from e-games, the audit fee, other programs of PAGCOR, direct employment, real estate rentals. For indirect benefits, Mr. Chair, we accounted for the multiplier effects. These are all detailed in the August CBA that we will be submitting to the committee. For the economic costs, we accounted for the foregone household consumption due to addiction, estimated debt incurred due to addiction as its direct economic costs. As for the social costs, we included treatment cost for problem gamblers. However, we were not able to provide any estimate for other harms such as psychological harms, health effects, household impact, and criminal offenses related to online gambling. Therefore, Mr. Chair, in our August estimate, we had to qualify that there were costs that we could not quantify. But based on that preliminary analysis, I reiterate, we recognize the potential economic benefits, provided that the associated economic and social costs are mitigated through very stringent regulations. We emphasize, Mr. Chair, the necessity of implementing robust safeguards, including but not limited to the following, if the Chair may allow me to read from our previous position. The displaying of graphic warning signs of the addictive nature and adverse impacts of gambling, implementing strict measures to prevent minors' access to e-games, implementing playing time or betting cashing in frequency limits to possibly prevent addiction, adopting and disseminating PAGCOR's player exclusion policy, currently already being implemented in traditional casinos, prohibiting government officials from participating in e-games, and establishing a dedicated fund to support programs for rehabilitation, among others. Mr. Chair, thank you po.
Thank you.